What's your name and what do you do?
Hi Peter, I'm Colin Wong. I'm a creative director of Development Direct at Kitchens of Fine. I'm based up here in sunny Edinburgh. I love to design beautiful things. I love to cook. I love to eat. I love to drink.
It's been a tough year for us all, but can I ask you, Colin, what's been your personal highlight?
First of all, I got my life back. I would be fair to say that I was probably going to fall into the KBB grave. Like many self-employed owners of working crazy hours, worrying about suppliers, worrying about staff, worrying about things that, to be honest, are they the most important thing? I then realized they weren't. So I was destined to carry on that life until the end. So COVID has done me a favor. I've got to thank COVID. Ironically and sadistically, it stopped me carrying on this crazy life that we're living. And now I don't have to work crazy long hours anymore. I have dinner at a normal time. So that's what I learned. I mean, business-wise, I got an amazing offer from a manufacturer I respect so much, and I followed over my years. And he asked me to design my own product range for me. That was a really nice point. Felt really personal and feel really nice. But when I found out it was going to be a worldwide, offer to design for the open market, the world, it really made me happy that I could maybe travel one day, stay in a hotel, and lie in one of my baths or something like that. So for me, that's a great thing, and sort of really makes me happy. I've still got the buzz from when they asked me.
Looking back, what would you say you learned during the first lockdown?
I learned that success is not money related. The focus on everybody saying how many kitchens, what's the turnover, oh my God, we're closed for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's very interesting watching the divide in the UK, how some people fell into one side, some people fell into the other. I myself realized that it wasn't target. I wasn't that stressed that I wasn't that open. I wasn't that stressed that I didn't hit that turnover. What I did realize that I didn't want to be controlled by watching social media, by everyone saying you had to do all these things. So for me, it was very much a case of being my own man and really doing what I love. Success is about balance. It's about know who your real friends are, know who the great family are around you and giving them more time and effort. Respecting that sometimes staff are not staff. Staff are like family, and you're not going to always have staff with you forever. But certain staff, you then realize are with you forever. They're like family. So for me, I really learned to value the people around me much more, and also value myself a little bit more instead of really drive myself into the ground.
What are you planning to do now to support those around you as we enter the Christmas period and the last days of 2020?
Well, first and foremost, I don't want to talk too much about charity work, because when you do it, you don't want to sort of PR it so much it feels like you do it for the wrong reasons. So the charity side obviously chugs along, and it keeps myself. I'm getting a wee bit paranoid and a little bit, how would I say it, worried that I've not supported the charity to my best ability, because my charities that I support were in Asia. Of course, I can't go there. So I feel a wee bit cut off and a wee bit distance from that. So that's giving me a bit of anxiety. But I'll just carry on, do what I can do just now and there. I think it's very important to keep myself strong. If you want to support others around you, you've got to be strong in your own right. So for me, I've got to keep myself strong mentally and physically. I have to change a few things in my lifestyle to make my health what it should be. So when I'm strong, I also kind of mentor a couple of people who maybe struggle a little bit. And I'd like to say something that is probably the opposite of what everyone says in your diaries. And after mentoring these people who have what we call mental health or issues, whatever, one thing is very, very clear. People with problems hate seeing so much positivity on social media. All the frilliness, the wonderful talking of positivity, I found out actually makes them feel worse. So what I realize is depression, negativity, and everything is the same as positivity. It's just another angle that we all have. We must respect that. Is sometimes you can talk so much and these people feel alienated. Oh, we're negative, we've got mental health, whatever. What we need to say is, well, hang on here. Who says positivity is better than negativity? It's not. It's about the yin and the yang. To experience positivity, you must experience negativity. You cannot live your life with full positivity without experiencing the bad. It's the black and white, it's the yin and yang. So for me, I learned that, and I felt that every time I was talking positive, and they were saying, all we see in social media is all this, I realized they're going down. And then I started speaking at a different level, and they realized, oh, geez, and it was much better. So it's a bit left field, but I learned that a lot, and I think that's important to realize. We shouldn't pigeonhole the word negativity, think someone has got a problem, because I think it's just part of life, the fabric of our DNA. We all have it, positivity and negativity.
What do you do to keep yourself positive?
Well, speaking to you, Mr. Jones, this is going to be quite an answer. I decided to keep a small distance with social media and not go as hard as what I usually did before. I was reading a lot of social media because lockdown made you grab your phone much more than you normally would. And I realized that I could get tunnel vision into other people's worlds. And I wanted to do things my own way. Taking a break every now and then from social media for me is actually good therapy in its own right. You cannot be full on social media and wait for how many, I've got 1,000 likes, I've got 100 likes, oh my God, I've had a terrible one, I've got 3 likes. That had to be removed. And for me, I distanced myself, but it's got a really great place to play. What you do is fantastic, what other people do for that. What I'm saying, we have to have balance. So first, I limited social media. Next, I set myself personal goals to achieve before I retire. I think it's important. I had something to aim toward. I knew some things I could do while I was still fit and healthy. So I've set personal goals. I will achieve them. And for me, that's the big thing. And the last thing, and most importantly, is quality time. I love to cook, as you know, and I love to eat and drink. So I am setting up a virtual cook, eat and drink fest tour of the world. So as I go around this world in this virtual tour, what I'll do is experience it, and then hopefully next year I'll do the real thing, country by country.
Finally, what would you like to say to inspire others?
Well, as maybe Frank Sinatra said, do it your way. It's very important that we're all individuals and we're not clones. That goes back to when you social media, we can easily follow other people's perception of life. So I'd say do things your own way. Be unique, be individual, and be left field. And don't be scared to be left field and forget what others think about you. That's absolute nonsense to have the fear of doing stuff. So, I mean, whether it's walking around with your underpants on or whatever, the same feeling. Say what you have to say, do what you have to do there. And life isn't about how many kitchens you sell. I mean, I've done very well in my industry, but I still lose kitchens, guys. I still, get clients who don't phone me back after I've done the world for them. I mean, don't let that get you down. It's okay. They weren't meant to be. They're not your customers. And to be honest, they don't really deserve you. So don't let that get you down, because it's much more than your bank balance or how many kitchens you sell. If you fall into that trap of the bank balance and how many kitchens you sell, it's a slippery slope, and it's not a nice slope. I spent 15 years doing it. I really want to tell people, don't go there. I love design. I found something I love. If you find something you love in your business, do it more and more and more. You get other people to do things that you don't like to do. And really, when you do what you love, and you really do, the people around you do what they do better, and you have a much happier camp, and you feel much more content in there. Family first, remember as well.